welcome to MotoGP and the German Grand Prix here at the Sachsenring. It is a fantastic venue and we are delighted to be back in action. Here's the calendar and how it looks after Miguel Oliveira winning a couple of weeks ago at the Spanish round at the Catalan Grand Prix. We're now here at Germany. A week later, we're in the TT Assen circuit as well before a 5-week break before the two races in Austria as well. And still to be decided at the end of the calendar is the Argentine Grand Prix and the Americas Grand Prix. Looks likely that Texas definitely is going to happen. So that's how it all looks so far. Let's get straight to the pre-show. We haven't got long before lights out, so let's take a look at the combined practice times and free practice 4. So in the combined practice times then, it was Fabio Quartararo who was the fastest at 1:20.348. Only 2 riders failing to set their fastest times in the third session. They did it in free practice too. That was Polo Spargaro and Aiki Lukanoa. They finished down in 19th and 22nd place. However, the top 10 going through into qualifying would be Quartararo, Miller, Zarco, Oliveira, Aleix Espargaro, Martin, Nakagami, Bagnaia, Alex Marquez and Marc Marquez just going through as well. Marc Marquez, the undefeated king of the ring here at the Sachsenring. Can he at least get on the podium or can he take a race victory today? That is the big question. He's been looking strong all weekend. Certainly come up fighting in free practice 1. A few crashes around this tight and twisty circuit as well as to be expected, but certainly we're all looking forward to what is going to be a very tight and a very, very good race. So there we go. That's what happened in the practice. Down further on and having to go through Q1, we saw Mir, Morbidelli, Vinales, Rins, Petrucci, Rossi, Marini, Binder, Polo Spargaro, Savadori, Bastianini and Lukanoa, all of them having to go through the first segment of qualifying, which is coming up now. Free practice 4 got underway just before qualifying, the last chance for everyone to dial in their tyres, and it was Johan Zarco who was fastest overall at 1:21.379. He did 14 laps on that track as well, but just behind him was Fabio Quartararo, 0.083 behind as well. They then got a 10th to Oliveira, who finished 3rd, followed by Miller. Marc Marquez in P5 as well, looking very strong going into qualifying. Dropping down, we see Aleix Espargaro, Alex Marquez, Polo Spargaro, Johan Mir, Franco Morbidelli completing the top 10. Interesting to know that some of those aren't actually in the first session. Vinales having to go through qualifying 1 as well. That is a key one to watch out for as well. But then we see Binder, Vinales, Nakagami, Rossi, Rins, Lukanoa, Savadori, Martin, Bastianini, Petrucci, Bagnaia and Luca Marini down in 22nd place. So as ever, let's go back to front in the grid. Starting 22nd, Lorenzo Savadori on the 8th row of the grid. Then we get Maverick Vinales in 21st place. Vinales being caught out a lot in that session, especially by his own teammate of Franco Morbidelli going down on the deck. Morbidelli starts in 17th. That was the big crasher of the first session. So it's Maverick Vinales down in 21st place, followed by Lukanoa 20th, Daniel Petrucci in 19th. Some really fast guys right at the back of the grid. Bastianini 18th, Morbidelli, fast rider, 17th. Johan Mir, the champion from last year, stuck down in 16th place. Rossi 15th, followed by Marini, and Brad Binder completes the 5th row of the grid. So we've got some really fast race winners stuck at the back of the grid. Going forward in the first 4 rows then, 12th on the grid, Alex Marquez getting through to Q2 on the LCR Honda. Alex Rins is P11, followed by Francesco Bagnaia P10. Nakagami is 9th, Polo Spargaro is 8th, and Johan Martin is P7. Front 2 rows of the grid, Oliveira goes into 6th, Marc Marquez 5th. Great for him, second row, middle of the second row as well. He can jump up down towards turn 1 if he needs it as well. Jack Miller starts in 4th. The front row, though, sees Aleix Espargaro, Fabio Quartararo, and surprisingly, Johan Zarco on pole position. However, it wasn't all smooth sailing because for Johan Zarco, he crashed in qualifying in the closing moments. It brought out the yellow flags. Game over. Zarco took pole position very controversially. Okay, we're about to get started then for this race. Megan Birch is about to join me in the commentary box. Sit back and enjoy the German Grand Prix. Hello everybody and welcome up to the commentary box. Megan Birch has joined me now as we prepare for the 2021 MotoGP German Grand Prix ahead of us. We've got a lot of action, and when I say a lot of action I mean a lot of action. We've got mixable conditions out there on the track right now. Some of them starting on the hard front, medium rear. We've got cold weather, we've got hot weather, we've got even cloudy weather. It's everything you can imagine here. All set for the 2021 MotoGP German Grand Prix. Oh, I said French there, as well with that later on for Formula 1. Reminder, we will be having 2 live streams as per normal, so you can join us here for the MotoGP live. Well, then in 41 minutes and 45 seconds, we'll have the build-up to Formula 1's French Grand Prix, where at Paul Ricard it is currently a wet and drying track. More rain on the way. That's certainly going to be an exciting race. And then, of course, we'll be live at 1:55 British Summer Time for all of the action. Megan Birch alongside me in the commentary box as well. Come on then, Chewy, what do you think is going to happen today?
Funny.
Look at the hair. It's Chewbacca.
It's my normal hair.
Who do you think is going to have victory today then? We've got Zarco on pole, Quartararo, Aleix Espargaro. You said last time out you were going for Quartararo for the championship.
Yeah, I stick with my decisions.
So, let's take a look then at the starting grid then, as everything is getting ready out there. The conditions have changed dramatically here. We've got air temperature dropping, we've got the risk of rain rising, and this is your starting grid if you're watching along with us and just joined us. On row 1, it's Johann Zarco on pole position. He crashed in qualifying yesterday, keeping his best pole position result so far this year. Then we've got Fabio Quartararo starting second alongside on the first row, Aleix Espargaro. He crashed in the warm-up session this morning as well, damaging his number 1 bike. He's on the spare. Row 2, Jack Miller, Marc Marquez, the king of the ring. He has won here every year he's competed. That's from 2010 until 2019 because the race was cancelled here last year. Can Marc Marquez still be the king of the ring despite that injury he suffered last year? He's alongside last time out winner Miguel Oliveira. Row 3, Jorge Martin, Pol Espargaro and Nakagami. Row 4, Bagnaia, Rins and Alex Marquez. Row 5, Binder, Marini, Rossi. Row 6 sees Mia alongside Morbidelli and Bastianini. Row 7, Petrucci, Lucano and Vinales. And row 8 is Lorenzo Savadori. Reminder that the number 23 has been given a penalty on the board, and that is Enea Bastianini. He starts 18th because he's been given a 3-place grid penalty for unsportsmanlike behaviour yesterday in the race as well. Megan, alongside me in the box as well. For every session so far we've been live this weekend, you've been here.
Yeah.
Are you ready now to go back to what you love more slightly than Formula MotoGP? You've been enjoying it so far this year.
That's like trying to compare a parent to try and say who's your favourite child. I can't decide that.
Yeah, it's quite impossible, isn't it? But look at that. 2013, since he joined MotoGP, it's been Marc Marquez winning every single year here at the Sachsenring. For the German Grand Prix. This is my favourite part of the track, coming out of the back half of turn 11 towards turn 12 at the Sachsen corner. This is what they call the waterfall segment of the track. We drop out of turn 11, downhill, and then back uphill to turn 12 as well. This is Aprilia, his best ever grid position in the MotoGP era. That is for Aleix Espargaro as well. As I just put my glasses on, ready for the start of this one as well. They're coming back up to the field then. We've got an extended field ever so slightly as well. 22 on the grid compared to the 21 we had last time out at Catalonia.
Who's the extra one?
Lorenzo Savadori back.
Oh, he's back.
as is Alex Rins, returning as well after a broken arm, still racing injured. Okay, we're all lined up then. Green flag at the back. The 30-lap German Grand Prix for MotoGP at the Sachsen Ring is under starters' orders. Who will be king of the ring? Lights out, race on. Good start for Marquez. Marquez got a great start, but look at that. Quartararo down to turn 1. Didn't get a great start. Marquez fully sending it as we expected him to do. He's already bumping with Quartararo.
So one's gone down. I think it's Morbidelli.
No, it's Morbidelli and it's Vinales. Vinales dropped right back to the back as well. Morbidelli's gone down on the deck, somewhere on the track, in the midfield as well. Getting all pushed out wide. Can't see any yellows at the moment, so I think they've just dropped further back. No fallers. They've just dropped back. But look at this. Marc Marquez is going there, and Aleix Espargaro got the whole shot device, and Aprilia lead along with Aleix Espargaro. But Marc Marquez is right there. He is going for it. King of the ring with a broken shoulder, still recovering. He's still dominant. And no jump starts, as you're right, Megan. Morbidelli's dropped right down to 22nd place.
Yeah, I think there must be like some sort of mistake that he made. Though I'm really impressed with Mark right now because I wouldn't be able to do that.
He's dropping big. He's dropping back over the waterfall section down towards Sachin. Zarco in the straight line speed almost had him. I'm surprised Zarco on pole position in that Pramac Ducati. He has the whole shot device, like launch control off the line. He never got a great start. It was Marquez immediately up there as the brother Alex Marquez dropping down. Marc Marquez leads. Marc Marquez sends it up the inside and leads at the Sachin ring. Aleix down to second. Marc Marquez, king of the ring. Unbelievable. He doesn't want anyone dethroning him here, does he? Unbelievable. Marquez clicks with this place. Won here every year since 2010 across the 125, the Moto3, the Moto2, and undefeated in MotoGP. He loves Germany and Germany loves him. Marquez to the front, and whole of Japan and Repsol Honda, the whole of Spain, the whole MotoGP community is watching the young 9-time Spanish champion just standing there going, get in. He's leading again. Battle for first replay. There it is, up the inside of the last corner at the Queckenberg turn 13, and he got through. Marc Marquez leads here at the Sachin ring. You can't expect better than that. But look at this. Marquez was slow. Aleix Espargaro on the Aprilia tries to come on the inside down towards turn 12. Now that was not Marc. Oh no, he's dropping back. That was Aleix getting the toe. What is that dust as well? There's some sort of fog. I mean, displaced Aleix Espargaro. Marquez says, anything you can do, I could do better. Sends it back up the inside of the last corner. Now look at this. We've got pack racing like we saw in the Moto3 race this morning, because Aleix Espargaro is holding up Zarco, who in turn has got Jack Miller side by side with Fabio Quartararo. Quartararo around the outside, and Miller holding the inside line as Savadori's dropped down a position. So has Valentino Rossi. A miserable year for Rossi, getting even worse. He's stuck down in 17th place at the moment, as you can see on the timing monitor. 28 laps to go here for the German Grand Prix.
I don't know how any of them haven't crashed yet. I mean, they just seem to be so close together. It's like watching a bunch of dominoes rise and fall. I
am impressed beyond belief. It's Johan Mir who's sort of got a little gap to the rest of the field in terms of he's just sort of displaced in the middle. He's got the fastest lap, 1:22.312. Marquez, unsurprisingly, is the lap record here. As I said, he's on a 1:21.228. He set that back in 2019 on the Honda. But honestly, what a start. Marquez started 5th. By the end of lap 1, he's leading the race with a damaged shoulder and a track he's been undefeated at. Should we have really doubted?
Pass me the calculator. I want to work out.
Megan's calculating something now. I'm surprised she hasn't done it in her head, actually, to be fair, dudes.
Because there's too many numbers for me to times something by 30.
Aleix is quicker in the third sector over Marc, and he's got him. No, he hasn't. Marquez still leads. He got the whole shot again out the last corner. Aleix Espargaro trying to hold off Zarco. Quartararo's dropping back. We saw Quartararo do this at the French Grand Prix, at the Italian Grand Prix. He even got disqualified from Catalonia as well last time out because of those riding with I can't even say it. He was riding with his leathers open. The zip had broke, and when he was trying to adjust his chest plate, so the chest plate got thrown out. He rode around for 2 laps with his chest plate open. He got a 10-second penalty for that and thrown out of the top 10.
Looking at Marquez's
Race
lap
pace.
times,
Yeah.
the race should last 41 minutes and hold on.
Well, that's perfect then, because that means that we can get that in before the F1 starts as well. Hello from Ireland, says Smurf F2106. Hello, welcome. I hope you're having a good Sunday and enjoying some motor racing. Marquez controlling this field then. Haven't said that in a very, very long time, but hunting him down is the Aprilia of Alicia Spargo as we go down the waterfall section. Once again, Zarco on the Pramac Ducati running in third, trying to hold back, but it's the Aprilia versus the Repsol Honda at the moment. Marc Marquez versus Alicia Spargo.
The race should last 41 minutes and it's 5.42 seconds.
So that should be quite easy enough, but Marquez's pace is bringing that down again as well. It's more pack racing. Throw into that as well, Megan, the chance of rain as well. You can't hold that off. We're here at the Sachsenring. It can change. Remember 2014, you were covering that race where it rained on the formation lap and 14 riders came and started in the pit lane together. As Vignale, Petrucci's crashed. Oh, that's two off. That's Daniel Petrucci's crash and the bikes have mounted each other. Oh no. Not Alex. He was running. He was getting back up the field as well. So Daniel Petrucci and Alex Marquez has crashed down at turn number 1. Oh, that's an unusual one. They just sort of mounted each other, didn't they?
They're both shouting at each other.
Well, whose fault was that? It wasn't my fault, but the bikes have decided to join together. That's very unusual. They've hooked up they've sort of got chain. It looks like the let's see if we can demonstrate here. It looks like the handlebar has got hooked on the chain of Alex's bike.
It's like those games you play as kids with the monkeys hang on to each other.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like, yeah. Really bizarre. So, 26 laps to go then. We're on lap 5 of 30 here at the moment. About to start lap 6. Marquez leads the way. His brother is out of the race. That's Alex Marquez as they continue to hold front. An incident involving Petrucci and Marquez currently under investigation. Was there any doubt about that, to be fair, though?
No.
It was always going to happen. It needed to happen as well. As Quartararo coming under pressure from Brad Binder on the Red Bull KTM. The Suzuki, the blue Suzuki, if you're watching along with us, of Rins, riding with a broken arm, trying to hold back. He said that the text he was sending while on a motorcycle was very important, work-related. Don't text and ride or text and drive, and just don't do any of that.
Can you imagine if Formula 1 driver was just like, Kimi Räikkönen, I just need to send a selfie to my wife.
Kimi Räikkönen is unusual to take a selfie, but he could do. So the only riders to start on medium front, medium rear are Jorge Martin, Takiki Nakagami, and Francesco Bagnaia, and Maverick Vinales. Everybody else has started hard front, medium rear, so they can go extremely long in this race duration, as it seems at the moment. Brilliant start, though, from Marc Marquez. He's just keeping calm out there. He's controlling the field. He's doing what he needs to do. He is being number 1. I like this race a lot, actually. I like this race a hell of a lot.
Salvadori crashed out. I thought that when I saw him going down 2 things. I thought, it goes down.
Lorenzo Salvadori has crashed. The rider's okay. Well, saying that, that's hit the air fence. Let's hope it hasn't punctured it.
I think he's a bit just spaced out, to be honest.
That's at the Aldi Brook corner. That's the triple the triple left-hander that sort of spits you out. So he's gone off at a very high angle. It's right at the top of the hill before you drop down over the waterfalls.
You could see he was just a bit spaced out there, and I think he might have hurt himself a little bit with his legs because he was leaning up.
Not nice at all there. Not nice at all. Let's hope he's going to be okay. He's up and walking okay. So the bike hasn't punctured the air fence on the side. Otherwise, we would have had a red flag. Yeah, we should have. Marquez. Oh, that's the Marquez of old. No fear for Marc Marquez. He's turning into these 9 left-hand corners. 6 to the right, 9 to the left.
Okay.
And this is a replay, Megan.
Salvadori
he just drops it.
He just loses it. Oh, see, he gets his leg a bit caught with it. That's why he was leaning on it.
So his left leg got caught up with the inside of the rear tyre of the motorcycle. It just dragged him along the track, yeah.
He had to push himself back up.
Yeah, that's not good at all. But Marc Marquez, to continue my point, getting his arm down on the ground, his elbow right down on the floor. No fear, Marc Marquez. He's had his big accident of his career, he says. Now I'm here to prove myself, to race back. And Alicia Spargo just behind him sat the bike up incredibly high out of turn 12 before 13 to try and get some running orders. Actually, that's not right. I'm trying to calculate how many turns are actually to the left. Turn 1 is to the right, 2 is to the left, 3 is to the right, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is to the left, 10, 11 to the right, 12, 13. I'm right. It's 10 to the left, 3 to the right. That's what it is. So 10 to the left, 3 to the right at this Satchel Ring circuit. So you're mainly just turning left, which is why the asymmetric tyres are here this weekend, to try and give them some more grunt in the corners. But Mark, I think, riding on the shoulder that isn't damaged.
Yeah.
The left-hand shoulder, less pressure because he whacked it with the right, didn't he?
Yeah.
So this actually might help Mark a little bit in terms of, we've seen him fatigue late on in the race, haven't we, over the past couple?
Actually, usually around this time, 7 laps in.
Let's take a look at the start.
Right, so everyone seems to get a good start. Well,
look at Mark. Well, Quartararo got the whole shot, actually, but then just lost it to turn 1. Watch Marc Marquez. Look at Marc Marquez. No fear. Sending it up the inside.
Oh, a little bit of contact there.
We're riding on board with Miguel Oliveira now on the KTM.
I think he hit a bit.
I think he hit Oliveira, yeah. And well, here he is. Look, Mark diving up the inside. There's Quartararo. Yeah, Mark hits Quartararo. And there's the contact between Oliveira and Zarco.
I think this is Quartararo now.
Yeah, no, you're right. This is Quartararo. This is not Aleix Espargaro. This is definitely Quartararo. Look, because here comes Marquez up the inside and bang! Just getting out of the way. Yeah, move over, young gun. You may be 6 years younger than me, but I'm still top dog, is what Marquez was saying there to Fabio Quartararo.
It's like, move out of the way, move out of the way.
Mia's past Martin, so Johan Mir is up into 9th place. Jorge Martin down into 10th at the moment. Marc Marquez leads with 22 laps to go.
What's the white flag?
It's raining. It's raining. It started raining. The white flag has been deployed. It is raining here at the Satchel Ring. We're going to have another flag to flag. The riders are now allowed to swap bikes. This happened at the French Grand Prix and everyone piled in for wet tyres. It's happened again. White flag is deployed. It is raining on track. The riders are now allowed to change bikes as Mia and Martin still battling together.
This isn't good news. We've already had 3 riders out and it hasn't even been 10 laps yet.
Zarco's been passed by Oliveira down into the whole shop area. So they've all got grip. They've all been having around about the same lap times. It's raining. It's in the last corner. With the white flag with the red X is waving at the last corner. So it's raining on the start-finish straight. How hard is it raining, though? That's the question. So the white flag has been deployed. This now means, if you're new to it, it's raining in turn 1 as Miller takes over Aleix Espargaro. There's the rain, look. You can see it on the camera lens. It's raining hard. Now, this is great news, because if this was Moto2, it would have been a red flag, because they haven't got bikes to swap. In MotoGP, they do. If you joined us for the French Grand Prix, you will remember in that chaotic wet race that you weren't here for, they had to have a flag to flag, the first flag to flag in 6 years it was, because the rain came down. So basically, a flag to flag, you come in, you change your bike to your backup bike, and have wet tyre setup. No further action taken between Petrucci and Marquez, though. I think that's the right decision. They just sort of ran into each other.
And may I just say, that red and white flag, it kind of looks like they're waving to signalise England.
I know, I've got one of those flags upstairs. I wish I brought it in now and I could have shown you, because it's actually identical almost. Just look at this. This is under pressure once again. Miguel Oliveira trying to take second place away from Jack Miller. Miller's moved up into second. Aleix Espargaro's dropped down to 4th now. And who loves these conditions more than most? Marc Marquez. But remember the last wet race of flag to flag, as Quartararo dives up the inside, gets ahead of Zarco now for P5. In the last flag to flag, Marquez left it too late leading the race and crashed at the last corner. It's raining once again at the last corner. It's not raining now at turn 1, but you can see, Megan, the wind has picked up a lot, and it's now been declared a flag-to-flag race. So if it gets heavy, they can come in, change bikes, go onto wet tyres, and it's go, go, go for the further.
So we're going to have 2 wet races today.
Yeah, because the F1 race is also wet. Looks like it's going to start in intermediate conditions and hopefully rain during the race as well. So I'll tell you what, and it's raining in Puebla for Formula E.
Oh, so all the races today.
Yeah.
Though, may I just say, just going on to the topic of Formula 1 here, it's not going to help the conditions of the tyres when they're skidding along those things. It's because it's not going to stop them.
Had they Formula 3 this morning,
It'll just be slippery. They won't be able to last.
Talking about, heading back to the bikes and the tyres and the same thing. You're riding a motorcycle at a track where it's 9 corners to the left and 10 to the left, 3 to the right, as Oliveira sends it up the inside of Jack Miller for second place. Red Bull KTM moving to the forward again. Marquez has a 1.8 second advantage now to the front, but it is raining in the last corner, Megan. So in the last corner, it is raining. And Synthol says, hello, the weather in France is so confusing, it keeps changing. It's happening exactly the same here, Synthol. Synthol, you remember the French Grand Prix with the flag-to-flag situation? It's happened again. It started raining here at Sachsenring in Germany, and the riders are now allowed to change bikes, but it is raining at the last corners.
Oh, I'm just going to check if it's raining outside.
So Megan going to check out. Well, it's bright sunshine at the back of our commentary box as far as I can see from the back of the window. But it's 19 laps to go as well. Marquez leads the race so far, still trying to hold up together and hopefully have a great run.
It was raining on Friday.
Yes.
So I think that weather has kind of moved downwards to Germany and France.
And it certainly seems to have done so. Yeah, it's just blown over to the other European countries as well. Let's have a look. Synthol saying, I really hope it's going to rain, but it's not so sure yet. Oh, yeah, Germany, close to the Netherlands. And Synthol laughs with that one as well. Well, we're at next weekend, Synthol. It is the TT Assen, the Netherlands race here for MotoGP, the Dutch Grand Prix, or the Dutch TT they call it, for MotoGP. That's next weekend. We race at Assen. So join us for your home race there. So I can't wait for that one next weekend, and you'll be with me for that one.
I should make a little Netherlands flag.
Yes. I was thinking about putting the German flag up that we've got for the back of the commentary box, but I couldn't get it up in time over the side there. As this is Zarco again trying to attack on the back of Fabio Quartararo. Raining now at turn 1 once again. So you can see spots on the camera lens. 18 laps to go. We're 17 minutes into this race. Megan predicted this race should take about, 41 minutes and 5 seconds earlier on?
41 minutes, 5.42 seconds.
I suppose it's positive as well that we're still setting the fastest laps of the race so far. They're keeping up there in terms of time as well. So everyone's going personal best sector 1. Aleix Espargaro has been told on his dashboard, mapping 2. So basically, you're going to have a little bit more power because you've been such a good boy. And you can just have a little bit more to fight with and a little bit more to play with in the conditions out there.
Go fight, Mark.
Well, he's got to get through Miller and Oliveira because they've moved forward. But Marc Marquez, I am astounded at what I'm seeing right now. 1.7 seconds, he's pulling out the advantage. He really is the king of the ring. He's been playing it cool all weekend. He went fastest in practice 1 for a time. Then he dropped off in the combined practice times as well in 2 and 3. Qualified 5th on the grid. But little did we know, he was actually just toying with us all the time because bang! There he is, back to the front.
I'm sorry, but I think it's funny right now because it looks like Mir is running away from Martin.
Yeah, what's the gap now? 0.051 across the line, actually. So they're still incredibly close together, but I know what you mean. They keep changing positions, don't they, on the track?
Yeah, just look at them when they go round next, because it looks like he's literally running away.
That's the Suzuki and Pramac Ducati we'll be watching when they come back around. We're on board right now with Miguel Oliveira in the Red Bull KTM factory racing. The Red Bull KTMs, as we just affectionately call them, because that's their title name. Red Bull, a heavy sponsor in Formula 1 and in MotoGP, and certainly in every other form of motorsport I can think of as well. As we see Pit Bearer is watching along. He's happy watching his team have another second place, another podium. Certainly, though, they had a win last time, and of course at Catalonia, Oliveira winning for the 3rd time in his career. So they're saying, what have I missed so far? Why do I keep saying race instead of rain? Formula Regional Drive in Zandvoort this weekend. Wasn't that a wet race as well? What have you missed so far? Well, Lorenzo Savadori's crashed out at the top of the hill at turn 10. He's okay. A strange accident with Daniel Petrucci and Alex Marquez, where the two bikes sort of mounted each other mid-corner, both getting away from it okay. The white flag has been displayed, which means that we are now in a flag-to-flag situation in terms of bike swaps to wet compound tyres, if the need be, where riders would come in and change bikes to a wet setup. We had that back at the French Grand Prix. But now it looks to be okay out there, drying up. As 1:21.772 for Marc Marquez, fastest lap of the race so far, closing down on his own best race lap time of a 1:21.228 set in 2019, the last time we were here. I tell you what, this guy, broken shoulder twice, multiple surgeries, missed all of last season, missed the first 2 races this year, comes back, been pottering around. We thought, oh, he's not that great with his arm, his endurance isn't there. He's come here to the Sachsenring like he's been preparing for it all.
I think we're seeing the possessive side of Marc.
Yeah, we're seeing this is the Terminator side of him. This is what we've always said.
This is mine.
Yeah, this is the robot side of Marc Marquez. We've seen the human side come into more of a focus over the past 18 months with his injury as well. He's taken a long time to recover, but no, this right here today in the Sachsenring, where he's won every year since 2010 across all 3 classes. He's undefeated in MotoGP from winning from 2013 all the way until 2021 now. Of course, we didn't race here last year due to COVID, so he is undefeated here. But I tell you what, this is the Terminator robotic side of Marquez that we've all missed. Yeah, this is what we've all missed.
And he's working collectively.
Yeah, with his entire nervous system. It's like his brain is more in control. He's not racing with instincts anymore. He's just a...
Like, his shoulder, pain, just like his brain, shut up.
Yeah, inside his helmet right now, it's all flickering with all calculations making as well. It's just like a data screen in front of him.
I think his shoulder's just like scared of him right now.
Annoyingly, he's also setting personal bests. He's going fastest as well out there. He's improving his sector times more and more and more. And can he hold on for another 15 laps? We are half distance in the German Grand Prix. Marc Marquez leads for Repsol Honda. He leads this race and has controlled it since lap 1 for the first time since 2019's race at Japan. That was the last time out there as well. But in terms of his last victory, if I take a look at my notes, was Valencia 2019, where he got a victory at the last race of the year. That was his last win. Oh, that's just unbelievable thinking about it. As Bastianini passes Vinales. Day to forget for Maverick Vinales, of course. Championship contender. Day to forget for Fabio Quartararo. This is going to bring everybody right back into play as well in terms of the championship hunts. A reminder that in 15 minutes and 52 seconds, you can tune in to the Formula One pre-race show. It is pre-recorded for the first 25 minutes or so, sorry, for the first 17 minutes or so. Then me and Megan and Ian Birch joins us in the commentary box as well for parts of the race. We'll be taking you through live commentary of that race as well. As soon as we de-rig one computer for the other computer and put the camera back up as well, and hopefully we won't have any technical glitches like we've seen previously. There's your leading group. It's one man. Marc Marquez, 2 seconds advantage now, Oliveira, with 14 laps to go. Let's replay. Replay then of Marc Marquez. Watch, look at that. He's even got the front wheel off the ground. What was it? At 183 miles an hour, his front wheel is off the ground. It looks like the rear wheel's off the ground as well. He's literally just flying out here. I am so happy right now. In the past, before his accident at Jerez 2020, I did criticise saying, oh, Marc Marquez leading the race again. Marc Marquez has won it again. It's getting boring now.
It's like the Lewis Hamilton of MotoGP.
Yeah, it said, oh, it's getting boring. Yeah, repetitive. Oh, it's getting boring now. He's dominating. He's winning everything. Oh, blah, blah. Last year, what a year we had. He crashed out. And suddenly the championship was like, oh, my God, who's going to win? Who's good enough to win? And Johan Mir somehow was consistent on the Suzuki and got up there and did it. As we get a move right now for Zarco, just getting past Brad Binder again, then two changing places down at turn 1. Yeah, his last year was like, who's going to win? Marquez is gone now. So Quartararo stepped up, failed. And then it was just Mr. Consistent. Johan Mir getting the points, getting the podiums where he needs to be. Never won a race until 2 races before the end of the year. He won 1 race at Valencia.
So it's like, I don't need to win a race to win a title.
He won 1 race at Valencia. The week later, he won the championship at the same track at the European Grand Prix. So 1 week is your first win. The next week is your first ever championship. It's honestly so bizarre last year. But now Marc's come back this year. He's been injured. He's been getting back used to it again. And for once, as I'm sure everybody else is going to agree with me here, it's nice to see Marc Marquez controlling a race again and might win. That would be the ultimate fairy tale if the old battered dog, who many thought wouldn't ever return to Formula One, still proves he's a young, upcoming pup and is going to retain his crown of the King of the Ring. 12 laps to go. Quartararo's under pressure from Malaysia Spargo. Jack Miller's closing in as well on third place as well. I keep getting updates on Formula One. Hamilton asks why he's on soft and not the other tyre for the lap to the grid. He's told, we need that rate for race allocation. So that's because they've got a new set of soft tyres in the banker as well.
He shouldn't complain. He needs to use them up.
We'll go through all the Formula One technical briefings in about 12 minutes and 52 seconds time. And Megan will take you through the pre-race stuff as well in terms of race predictions, pit stop predictions, all that lot, and tyres and everything. That's your technical department, as you can go play with some monitors for a while.
On the other hand, no one's really doing anything in the field right now.
They've all stabilised at the moment, haven't they?
I kind of want someone to crash.
Last time he said that, Mark went down at Italy.
Not Mark.
Italy and Catalonia, if you remember, Mark crashed out. So
let's choose from my random list.
No, because knowing you could pick him.
No, I won't pick him. I won't pick him.
As Quartararo is right on the back now of Miller, goes to the inside down into turn 12 at Sachin and gets through nicely. Can't get through on the outside. Miller trying to come back at him. Quartararo holds it. So that's Quartararo up into third place now. Extends his lead in the championship over Johan Zarco to 21 points. Miller to 28. Bagnaia to minus 37.
Alex wins.
Oh, he's got a broken arm. Broken shoulder and broken arm as well. So that's not great news if wins, does it?
Let's hope he doesn't crash.
Miller trying to come back on Quartararo down towards turn 1. Hasn't paid off. Alicia Spargo's in there as well, trying to hold through. Not working out.
Hold on. I'll choose another person. Like, if Rins didn't do it.
So, keep through with 11 laps to go in this race so far. And this is Quartararo, Miller, Alicia Spargo, Binder, all in position as well. He's already crashed Megan Salvadori.
Oh, he's already done it.
Oh, well, there you go.
Sorry, Rins.
Yeah, it's wins. That's not good luck, is it? But look at this. Marc Marquez lapping quicker all the time. He's got 1.6 seconds now over Miguel Oliveira.
How's Rins doing?
Oliveira starting to close in as well. So Oliveira closing in that gap. 11 laps to go here for the German Grand Prix. The Grand Prix of Deutschland is what it's been titled as here. We're in Saxony in Germany. This is the Sachsen Ring. It's been on the calendar since for MotoGP for a very long time. It's a very popular circuit as well for the riders. They love it here. Marc Marquez loves it a little bit more than most. Winning here every year since 2010. He's got an older relationship with this place than he did with Kota. But unfortunately, last time out at Kota, he got dethroned after he crashed. You were commentating on that race as well, 2019. Because I had food poisoning that day, so you came in to help.
Oh, yeah. Then I got it a week later.
Yeah, you got there a week later, yeah. That was the weekend of F1's 1000th race as well. Not nice.
Worst time for us to get food poisoning.
Worst time to get food poisoning, yeah. Because literally, I was stood in the commentary box for that 1000th race, and I looked so pale. I was sweating. I was really bad. Yeah, you did actually. I was very worried because I literally did the opening lap as I normally would, and then just sat down for 2 laps and let Megan and Dad take the commentary because Dad was at race control. You were in here,
which wasn't good because I wasn't starting to feel that well. So it was mainly for Dad's show for that.
Yeah, I'm sure you won't mind that as well. Father's Day, we might replay it. We've still got it somewhere. 10 laps to go then. Marquez 1.5 seconds. Can Oliveira catch Marquez then? That's a question. Can Marquez hold on this
I hope not. I want to see him keep
1.3 now, Megan. Oliveira's closing. I've got a bad feeling about this one. Oliveira might do the double, you know, and get ahead. Bastianini is Megan's pointed to now in P15. Started 18th at the moment. He's holding it with Valentino Rossi at the moment.
He might crush.
Here is Marc Marquez. 1.2 seconds now. I think we're starting to see it, Megan. We're starting to see the fatigue come into play for Marc as Miguel Oliveira is closing him down. I think Marquez, we've seen this before with Marquez though, he just saves it in the mid part of the race and comes back on. Oh, and we've got Carlos Sainz off the track at Le Beauce, way off. I have flat spotted these tyres, so Carlos Sainz has spun on the grid as well.
Jeez, there's going to be a lot of tyre changes.
And Martin Brundle is doing a grid walk. Martin Brundle is doing a grid walk. So that's great to see. So tune in for that. I might tune in for that. A toned down grid walk.
Jeez.
Get in, Martin.
Look at Mark. He's Mr. Consistent.
Mark has been knocking off a second every couple of laps, but he is actually going quicker than he has done all race. So, and he's now got the gap. He's now 1.3 seconds to Oliveira. So, yeah, Mark has started to push. That was it. He was backing off, saving the tyres, saving the pace, saving his energy. Now it's all go. He's got him. Go, go, go. Mark could do this. 9 to go here at the Sachsenring.
Let's see how long's to go in timing things.
Everyone now just watching on, hoping and praying that Mark might get this. I want to know in the comments as well, all of you who are watching, are you happy that Marc Marquez could win this race? 1.1 second now to Oliveira. It's closing. And look at this. Even the look at the LCR guys are hammering home to him. Go faster. Keep on the track. 1.1 seconds to Oliveira.
12 minutes, 15 points.
So we've got 12 minutes to go to the race. What about that? Oh, hang on. Sorry, Megan. Alicia Spargrove getting past Brad Binder. So Alicia back up to P5. Binder dropped back.
5, 6.
Pete doesn't like that as well, watching along. All desperately trying to hold off on the track at the same time. Everyone desperately trying to look for a way through. This is Alicia Spargo and Brad Binder now, P5 and P6 at the moment. Mark has got the gap back up to 1.367 at the moment. So extending that time, extending that opportunity for an overtake. As Alicia holds off Brad Binder.
This is getting very tense right now, and I honestly want someone just to crash, not Mark. maybe Oliveira. Nothing against Oliveira. I love Oliveira.
Yeah, but if you remember, if we have a red flag, it'll take us past the time we need to for
not
Formula
red
1.
flag worthy. Just I want something to happen. I just want someone to slip off the bike.
We've had that a lot today anyway, so
Exactly.
we should be okay. We've only got 8 laps to go, but now the gap down to 1.172 once again. They are closing down. More and more dramatic stuff here. I'm so happy right now as we see this as well. Oh, brilliant to see that right now on Sky F1, Martin Brundle is doing a grid walk. Well done for that as well. I'm so glad that Martin's back, being able to do a grid walk again. He's not been able to do one since COVID started, so yes to Martin. 9 to go so far. Oh, yeah, he's doing a grid walk. Get in! I'm so happy. Oh, what a day we've been having. Oh, Maverick Vinales has dropped down 2 places. Vinales has dropped down to 19th now.
Crashed has, yeah?
No, I don't think he has. He's still... although... No, he's still circulating. So I can still see him on the monitor.
No offence to him.
And this is Marc Marquez then coming down towards turn 1. What are we looking at here? Has he had a moment? Coming in? Yes, he has. Rear sliding. Goes in way too deep. Marquez goes in deep. He lost a heap of time there. And it's less than a second now to him and Oliveira. 1.053.
I said don't let Mark crash.
1.053 now, the gap with 7 laps to go. The HRC boys are watching this on with extreme interest now. Keeps on pushing, keeps on holding.
Oh, though Oliveira goes a bit too wide there, going on the curbs a bit.
Less than a second. 0.990 once again. 6 to go.
Right, so starting a new lap now, and everything seems to be going fine.
Look at that, Oliveira's closed in by a 10th.
Oh, though it's the second gap now again.
Yeah, 1.2. So Oliveira's made a mistake. Look at that, it's visible.
I told you it went on the curbs.
Yeah, made a mistake down there on the track as well, so that's not great. Well done there to Martin Brundle and Sky F1 being able to do a mini grid walk. You've cheered everybody up over there as well. 4 minutes, 36 seconds until we go live for our build-up show for Formula 1. It is pre-recorded. That might, trigger the end of the race for MotoGP as well. Should be able to join in time.
How long is the build-up show?
17-minute build-up show for Formula 1 before we go live. But we don't have that much anyway in between. So let us know where you're watching from. I know there's some people watching from Ireland, some people watching from the Netherlands. And if you're watching us from MotoGP, do cross over to Formula 1 when it goes live here on the channel for the watch-along. We've got a driver tracker as well that we can flick to throughout the race as well to show you some fantastic other pieces of the track. But right now, with 5 laps to go here,
It's less than a second again.
it's now 0.891. Marquez is having to hold on for this race. Oliveira is hunting him down again and again and again. Down into turn 1, Mark made a little mistake mid-corner, lost a couple of tenths. Zarco trying to now get past Francesco
More than a second
Bagnaia.
again.
Yeah, 1.1 now. So we're seeing that the KTM has got great power down the straights. But it's when you get into the braking zone as well, it just starts to fall off. It just starts to fade. And that's why Bagnaia's passed Zarco at turn 13. So that was the manoeuvre of the positions we saw being completed down at turn 1 just a couple of moments ago. 5 to go. What's the gap now? 1.191 seconds. Marquez is being wheeled on by everybody right now. They all want him to succeed. He's the nicest guy in MotoGP as well. He's so fun to be around. And yes, he's already a 9-time champion or an 8-time champion, one of those two. But seriously, after the injury he's had, this comeback at the Sachsenring, a place he's dominated for years, it's a fairy tale. And I can't believe it could be happening. 0.882 once again. Oliveira's closing him down. Hand over fist right now. Cross the line. The gap is 0.955. 4 to go here at the Sachsenring. Marquez just got to hold on for another couple of miles. Can his shoulder hold it? Can his tyres hold it? How much is the young, fit Oliveira going to come through? He's fully fit as well. He just come off a victory at Catalunya 2 weeks ago. He's seriously going to be pushing it there. Back to a grid walk as well for Martin Brundle on Sky F1 if you're watching that side by side.
Is that Lando Norris?
Yeah, I think it was. Mark holding on. He's got his elbow down in some places of the track as well. He can just have a consistent glide around the rest of the field that some others just can't. It's unbelievable. He can find lines with the car, with the bike, that others just can't. Look at that. He's got his knee down. He's got his elbow down. He's almost falling off the bike at the highest point of the track elevation change. 1.1 seconds now. Oh, and that's Binder down. He's been overtaken, I think, by Jack Miller. Binder drops down to 5th place. Miller up to 4th. So that changes now the Liverpool positions. That helps Miller in the championship. Miller now been repassed by Binder. So they're having a battle side by side on the track at the moment. And Paul Espargaro been passed by Rins now. 3 laps to go.
That isn't good.
What's happened?
Here's one of our monitors are frozen in the thing, and
Is that right?
hold on.
It's completely frozen. I think we're still broadcasting. Here we are.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, so sorry about that. We're still broadcasting, but our monitor's frozen. We can control it from here. We can still see everything. Let us know if you can hear us in the lobby as well. Give us a thumbs up if you can. We'll continue commentating on this extraordinary race here for the 2021 season here for the German Grand Prix. Everything's still circulating, Megan.
Right, so Mark seems to be getting a little bit more time on Oliveira, though it seems like Quartararo might want to get back up there since he's getting quite a good gap, though still.
It's closing down, hand over fist at the moment as well. Yeah, we're back on now, so sorry about that. If you experienced a little bit of a freeze up here in the commentary box as well, we've had a number of system failures actually up here in the box. So hopefully we're broadcasting to you now for the Formula 1. 2 to go. And the gap between Marquez and Oliveira, 1.5 seconds at the moment as well. It is closing down, hand over fist here for the 2021 Sachsenring Grand Prix. We're live now for the Formula 1 build-up show, and we're still here on YouTube for the MotoGP. Apologies for that little freeze. Hopefully, we are still broadcasting, and you can still see us. So, apologies if we seem to have stopped talking, because, we're fine.
Though I just figured out it's your phone.
Yeah, coming down then. Who do you think is going to win this race, Megan?
Hopefully Mark.
Hopefully Mark. Fingers crossed for Mark, yeah. I can certainly say that. Might be a couple of seconds out, by the way, for the Formula 1. Due to an error, so we'll try and cut that out when we can. later on.
Ooh, it's now a 2-second gap between Mark and Oliveira.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Yeah, was it 2.096 with what? Coming up to a lap to go, so that's Oliveira's backed off of it. Oliveira's backed off and Mark has just switched on superhuman mode right now. So, the battle's still on right now.
Right, so...
Oh, sorry, Luca Noah's passed Bastianini. So that's that little change of positions out there on the track right now.
Yales is doing very bad at the back of the track, which I'm actually surprised at.
Rins has passed Martin. Last lap, the call for the 2021 Grand Prix of France. It is now. It's a Grand Prix of Germany. Get where you are, right? It's the German Grand Prix. It is the last lap of this race. Marc Marquez leads by 2.120. And look at this. Marc's dad on Father's Day is keeping his fingers crossed his boy can bring him home a victory. Unbelievable if this is going to happen. Honestly, so unbelievable.
Oh, and Bastianini passes Luca Noah again.
Marc Marquez is going to win for the first time since Valencia in 2019.
This is very, very exciting right now.
Gulholm says, Vamos Miguel. That's Oliveira in P2. Oh, and Bagnaia's past Miller. So the two Ducatis racing each other. Bagnaia ahead of Miller. That doesn't help Miller's title. We're into the last couple of sectors now. Marc Marquez is going to do it. I can't believe it. Into the last two corners. He may have had an injury that would have put most people, like Kenny Roberts, out of the series. He's come back. He is the undefeated King of the Ring. Marc Marquez wins the German Grand Prix. He is back. The Terminator returns. He can't believe it. What an absolute fairy tale for MotoGP. He's been out of it for over a season. He comes back, still riding injured. He looked off the pace all weekend. A wolf in sheep's clothing. Marc Marquez wins and is once again King of the Ring. Repsol are happy. We are happy. Marc Marquez wins the German Grand Prix. No matter how many times you say it, you just can't accept it. He is back, and it's firework time.
That is certainly amazing things to happen.
I cannot believe it. And look at that. Kneels down, praise. Marc Marquez is back. A winner. Undefeated King of the Ring. And now he sets off the fireworks as well. Difficult to do when you need gloves, isn't it? To get that flame lit.
Yeah, why do they have fireworks?
Just a little celebration here. Just literally little fireworks that the marshals have brought in.
They're sounding a bit too
to be
close
set
now,
off. They'll be fine. They'll set off in a second. Marc Marquez wins. He's happy. We are happy. Unbelievable. I really can't believe it. Let's give me the full results then. It's Marc Marquez victorious for Miguel Oliveira second. Fabio Quartararo gets a podium, extends his championship lead. Brad Binder fourth. Francesco Bagnaia fifth. Jack Miller sixth. Aleix Espargaro is P7. That's followed then by Johan Zarco 8th, Johan Mir 9th, and Paul Espargaro rounds out the top 10. Alex Rins is 11th, Jorge Martin 12th, Takiki Nakagami 13th, Valentino Rossi 14th, and the last point goes to Luca Marini, so the two brothers getting points. And Bastianini 16th, Luca Noah 17th, Morbidelli 18th, Vinales down in 19th, a day to forget for the other Yamaha. Out of the race, Savadori, Petrucci and Marquez. His first victory in 581 days since the 2019 Valencia Grand Prix. Marc Marquez greeted by his brother Alex and father as well on the track. Tears and celebration streaming. He thought he was out of it. We thought he was out of it. We never thought we'd see anyone come back from an injury like he had with his shoulder. He damaged it twice. It's taken 6 races on his return, but he's done it. King of the Ring is Marc Marquez. Megan, analysis please before we go off air.
I thought it was incredible what he has done. Incredible.
And unfortunately, the laptop's frozen again, so we're going to have to go off air without actually going off air. So we're just going to have a stay image here.
But we need to shut that down after, because my laptop recently has had a habit of trying to freeze itself.
I think we might just get a, if it plays with it.
We won't.
No, we won't.
Trust me.
It's going to crash any minute now. So, crossover now to watch the Formula One race as well. All set for there. Beth Tander saying Marquez. Yeah, can't believe it. We're going to go off air now for MotoGP, but join us right now on the other side for the Formula One's build-up show as well. My thanks to Megan, my thanks to all of you. Marc Marquez is king of the ring.